Hello everybody, so I'm about to do the 100 facts about me. One of my dreams is to go to New York City for Christmas. I used to be really into dancing. I was actually in a dance group called Space and we'd perform in front of big audiences and I would choreograph my own dances and I would do them in talent shows. I actually was in talent shows where you won prizes and I think I was in about 4 of them and 3 of them I won first prize and 1 of them I won second prize. I'm actually very blessed with the skill of writing. I love to write. Writing is my passion and poetry is my writing of choice. I do have obsessive compulsive disorder, not just, oh, I have OCD, but I actually have the disorder in several different aspects of my life. I'm stuck between wanting long hair, which I do have. My hair is down to my butt, past my butt actually, and don't mind my hair right now, it's super frizzy, but I'm stuck between wanting the long hair, but also wanting my hair to be short. When I was a little girl and living with my parents, my dad would actually put me in the corner and he would spit in my face and hawk loogies in my face and call me every fat name that you can think of. It was honestly one of the most hard times in my life. It honestly has traumatized me to this day and I think about it quite often, probably more than I should. Some of my favorite TV shows consist of Pretty Little Liars, My 600-Pound Life, The Bachelor, and Orange is the New Black. I'm extremely sensitive when it comes to my feelings. I've been to Disneyland 3 times. One day when I was a little girl, there was a really bad storm outside. I'm talking hail and rain and wind that was like shaking the house almost. And my grandma swore up and down that the really big tree by our house and by the car, that it was going to fall on the car. We kept telling her, Grandma, it's not gonna fall on the car, don't you worry. And she was like, nope, I'm going out there and I'm moving the car. She went out there in that crazy wind, that crazy hail, that crazy freaking rain, and she moved the car, and the minute she came back in the house, the tree fell right where the car was. So that was pretty crazy. I'm actually supposed to wear glasses all the time, but I don't. The lowest number that I remember weighing on the scale was 290 pounds, and that was at the age of 11. My favorite movie is Forrest Gump, and I can swear to you without exaggerating, I've seen it about 30 times, and I could see it a lot more too. I'm left-handed. I will never, and I promise you this, I will never try raw oysters. Ew. I easily have 200 necklaces, over 200 necklaces. I am pro-choice. When writing, I have about 10 different handwritings that I can do and succeed in. Like, I could write one way and then write another way and then write another way. It's actually kind of cool. I don't know. I think it's because like I did a lot of writing when I was younger and because I practiced a lot of different type of handwritings. I constantly feel alone and unwanted. I know it's just a feeling and I know it's not true, but it is something that I feel all the time. I honestly wish I liked to cook more. I used to volunteer at elderly homes. Every time I've ever played bingo for money, I have won, each and every single time. When I was in kindergarten, I had lice so freaking bad. It lasted months and months. My parents constantly tried to, get it out of my hair. And every single time that I would go back to school because they thought I had no more lice, they'd send me back home because I had it. And I ended up having to cut my hair in a bob. And there are some pretty bad elementary pictures of me with bobbed hair. I have a cat named Wasabi and I have a dog named Twinkie Star. I have been in 3 physical fights. I have really bad anxiety and I used to suffer horribly with panic disorder. I've never flown a kite before. I want to change my name to Rarity. I know I probably never will, but it's definitely something I want to do. One of my favorite musical artists right now is The Weeknd. I use proper grammar no matter what I'm doing, whether I'm writing a note to somebody or whether I'm just texting or tweeting, no matter what it is. I just have a really big OCD with it. It's kind of like a perfectionist problem. I really like to debate controversial topics. I know a lot of people get kind of heated, but I actually kind of enjoy it and I like hearing other people's opinions. I have gallstones. I wish mermaids were real. Ice cream is literally one of my biggest weaknesses. Cheesecake Factory is my favorite restaurant. I witnessed my dad trying to kill himself on several occasions. I'm one of the ones that believe real soda is worse for you than diet soda. I absolutely love green onions. I used to be a Girl Scout. I cannot stand clutter. Whenever I can, I give money to the homeless. I was in a mental hospital. If it was my choice, I would never wear shoes. I have trypophobia extremely bad. It's almost to the point where it ruins me from doing certain things, and I have actually left a classroom crying because of it. I am the oldest of four. I have three little brothers. Two of them are actually put into closed adoption when I was younger, so I haven't seen them in 10 plus years. I was born in Key West, Florida. When I was little, I was actually called the golden child because, believe it or not, I was always outside riding my bike, and I was swimming, and I was rollerblading, and I had a scooter that I was like literally obsessed with, and I was super, super, super tan, so everyone who knew me just called me the golden child. One of the things on my bucket list is to get a book published. I have lived in 5 different states. I have binge eating disorder. I want my wedding colors to be wine and white with diamonds. When I was a teenager, I'd actually text random numbers from my cell phone just so I could meet like new people. It was ridiculous, but I actually met some really good friends that way. I wish I could sing beautifully, and I'm jealous of anyone who can. My grandmother dying was one of the hardest moments in my whole entire life. I make lists of everything super obsessively, and it's almost annoying. It's almost like I can't stop myself from doing it. I believe in aliens. You guys might not believe this because I make YouTube videos, but I'm actually extremely shy and I cannot talk in front of a bunch of people at once, like in person. I can do it through video form like I'm doing now, but like when I was in college or high school or anything, like I purposely did not give speeches. I didn't care if I got an F because I just physically could not do it. I used to have boxes and boxes of makeup because I was obsessed with collecting it for some reason, but I gave it all away, and now I just stick to the simple mascara and eyeliner. When I was younger, I actually grew up in a trailer when I was living with my parents, and at the end of the trailer park there was a pool that me and my brother really liked to swim in. And one day we heard the ambulance, and I got a really sick feeling. And I don't know why, because there was a lot of people living in that trailer park, probably about 200 people. So the ambulance could have been for anybody. But I looked at my brother and I looked at my grandma and I said, that is my aunt. Like, like I got really scared. Like I almost felt it in the pit of my stomach. And I got out of the water and they followed me, and they thought I was like huffing and puffing for no reason, and it turned out that my aunt actually died that day and the ambulance was for her. Still this day, no one knows how or why she died. I really love clothing and accessories and styling my clothes. I do not trust anyone. I actually thought I was bisexual all the way until I was 18, but then I realized that I'm a lesbian. My favorite color is pink. I have lived in group homes and in shelters. I wash my hair only about once a week because I really believe that you should only wash your hair once a week because shampoo and conditioner is nothing but chemicals. I really do think that the human should get like their natural oils on their hair. Frozen is my favorite Disney movie. I've actually had my cartilage pierced twice, and both times it didn't take, so I had to take it out. I've had cellulitis twice, but I was actually hospitalized from it the last time I had it because my temperature was 106. I literally couldn't function. I didn't eat for over a week, and I was literally on my deathbed. I'm currently on a weight loss journey, and I'm doing Weight Watchers. I know when someone is lying about 95% of the time. When I was a little girl, my mom was making me a cup of noodle, and the phone rang, and I was super impatient, and she was on the phone. I was about 4 years old. And my mom told me, honey, wait until I'm off the phone. Don't go get the soup. It's too hot, blah, blah, blah. And I totally ignored her. I got the soup, and we lived in the apartment complex at the time. And we were on the top floor. So I went outside onto the steps, and I kind of was just sitting there eating it. And I guess my mom got off the phone because she came up behind me and she's like, Amberlynn. And she scared the holy hell out of me because I knew I was doing something wrong. And I spilled the soup all over my leg, and I got 3rd-degree burns. It was super horrible. I had to go to the hospital. Ouch. And for some reason, I don't have a single scar from it, so I'm like super grateful about that. My tongue can touch my nose. When I'm in a relationship, I really want to be treated like I'm the best thing that ever happened to them because I will treat them that way. I have cried in almost every single movie I've ever seen, and I'm totally not exaggerating. I do not like sweet tea. I have hazel eyes, and they actually change colors. Even though I'm a lesbian, I had so many crushes on boys when I was in middle school. Almost every single boy I was friends with, I had a crush on. I don't know why. I wish this world was just a more better and peaceful place. I want a daughter. I always feel like people are talking negatively about me. Sometimes I'm right, but other times I'm wrong, and I just cause myself to feel pain for no reason. I love to color. I've been suspended from school. I have gotten IHS at school. I have gotten detention, and I've also been expelled. I used to adore camping. I love going to the car races. I'm addicted to numbers adding up. My music taste is extremely broad. I've been to the jelly bean factory as a field trip when I was in elementary school, and I actually got to see physically how they made jelly beans. I'm a drug baby, and I didn't find that out until about a year ago. I'm a romantic. Pineapple is my favorite fruit. I was molested. I broke my ankle when I was younger because I was wearing my mom's heels, and I actually rode my bike on the heels, and I went to go get my brother for some whatever reason, and when I was walking towards my bike, I slipped and tripped over my bike while wearing the heels. It was a big thing. I completely just broke my ankle. I majored in criminal justice. I have no fascination whatsoever with visiting another country. I was diagnosed with depression at the age of 9. When I was 15, I was asked to be a plus size model, but my parents said no. I'm agnostic. When I was 5, I actually dressed up as a Dalmatian for Halloween, and I was in a Halloween costume contest, and I won first place, and I was in the newspaper from it. I used to have a super huge gap in between my 2 front teeth, and I mean, when I say huge, I am talking pathetically huge, and somehow my teeth just kind of fixed themselves. I used to have 6 piercings altogether, and now I only have 3. When I was 4, I choked on a lifesaver. Isn't that ironic? Because I heard that the lifesaver actually has a hole in the middle to prevent choking, and so you can still breathe when you choke on it, if you choke on it. But I did choke, and I wasn't breathing, I couldn't talk, and my mom didn't know what to do, so she hurried up, called 911, and they showed up and thankfully saved my life. And they actually gave me a teddy bear with the firefighter like suit on the teddy bear, and I named the teddy bear Lifesaver, and I was in the newspaper because of that. Like, what? I used to smoke weed. I have a ton of journals because I absolutely love to write. Like I said, I have a huge passion for it, but I am such a perfectionist. I'm scared to write in any single one of them journals because I know I'll mess up. My parents are drug addicts, and they chose drugs over me and my brothers, and they probably will till the day I die or till the day they die. It is a sad reality and something that I have dealt with even before I was born. Like, little did I know I was a drug baby. I like to use a lot of pepper in my soups and salads. I was in foster care from the ages 8 to 18, and I did have a trial with my parents for 6 months to see if they kind of was suitable to take care of us, and they failed that test. Okay, you guys, so that was 100 facts about me. I hope you guys really enjoyed this video. And if you guys want to know more about any of these facts, because I didn't go into detail on any of them really, if you guys want to know more about anything, just leave it in the comments below and maybe I can make a separate video regarding that. But anyways, I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.